my ice pack.
Who knows, crazy as life goes, that we'll write a story we tell to a very own. So let's live, lost in the moment, taking it all in as we go.
Welcome to another episode of Motorhome Monday. I'm Jonathan, she's Lynn, and we are Create and Capture Life, and we're coming to you from the motorhome again.
A hot, sweaty, welcome to a hot, sweaty mess of a Motorhome Monday.
Yeah.
Literally, we are both hot, sweaty messes,
Yeah.
so apologies right now. There was a neighbor outside who's watching us through the window. It's kind of hilarious. He's probably trying to figure out what the hell we're doing and who we're talking to. This has
Such
been...
is the life of a vlogger.
This has been a really tough week for us. Not gonna lie. There's been, we've been mad at each other. We've been mad at other people. Today it's hot, it's humid, and we've been working out here all day, and we're both cranky, but we're gonna get this done. And you know, it takes good days to have bad days, right? So, or bad days to have good days, the other way around. It takes bad days to have good days. So I'm literally sweating and melting. I have an ice pack from the freezer right here.
So looking at the weather, it currently says it is 77 degrees and almost 70% humidity.
The humidity is the worst.
Oh.
Even Jonathan's aunt is down here right now from Northern California, and we were going to see her today, and she said since she got down here she feels horrible because of the humidity, because she's not used to it. So it's been really gross here. And so yeah, so back to this has been a really tough week. We've been mad at each other, we've been mad at other people, we've had to call the police twice, and yeah, not a good week. So let's start with the first issue that we talked about last week, which is our batteries.
Yeah, so I had a conversation with the folks over at Battleborn where we bought our batteries from. Now, the issue, it's kind of interesting because it's happened to us before, where we've used our microwave while we were plugged into 30 amp, and for some reason our inverter just decided to say, nope, not doing it. So it overloaded and shut off. Isolated incident. When I looked at it, for some reason it was still on invert and not on, you know, charge or bypass or anything like that. So I never understood, figured, okay, whatever, no big deal. Never happened again. Just recently, when I had a friend of mine come help me finish the soft start install on the air conditioner, turns out that our model air conditioner has two different wiring schematics from the manufacturer that makes a soft start, which is a soft start RV, I think it is, or RV soft start. And there's a cut and a no cut version. I had originally followed the cut, and then we found a no cut, and hey, the air conditioner started to work. It was literally two wires instead of being four wires. We separated them, and it worked just fine. So good news, the air conditioner works. Well, I was running the air conditioner plugged in and ran for about 3 minutes, and the inverter shut off again. Same thing like it did last time. Low battery warning, inverter kicked off, turned everything off. About 10 seconds later, turned on, everything came back on, and it was fine. So I called Battleborn. Hey, what's the deal? And then they said, oh, you need more batteries. And I said, well, but I was plugged in. And they said, well, you still need more batteries. So
please spend more money with us and get more batteries, because that's the problem.
Yeah, so they were trying to tell me that for every 1,000 watts of inverter, you need 100 watts of battery. Totally understand if I was running on battery. But if I was running on shore power, why would that matter? So I'm not really exactly sure.
If any of you guys know anything different than us?
Yeah, it just doesn't seem right. Well, did some other checking, read some other stuff, and I remembered that the soft start needs to cycle a couple times to learn our air conditioner so that it takes that high inrush current and slowly steps it down. So what I did was I came out here, turned the generator on because I don't have shore power where we are out on the street, turned the generator on, kicked on the generator, or I'm sorry, kicked on the air conditioner, ran the air conditioner for about 10 minutes. It cooled off really well. turned it off, went back inside. The next day, came, did the same thing, and I could actually see as I was looking at the at our shunt that the current draw was actually less than it was before. I don't remember what the last readings were because that was
just flying here
earlier this week. So, long story short, with the inverter and everything like that, may have just been a learning curve on the soft start, overdriving the inverter, but I don't really know why that would be if it was plugged into shore power, and I don't think adding more batteries when I'm plugged into shore power was the answer. So I'm still going to follow up a little bit with Battleborn and the team over at Dragonfly Energy to kind of get a little bit of information. If you don't know, Dragonfly Energy is the company that owns Battleborn batteries or something like that, and they're distributors for Victron and all that other stuff. So yeah, so some weirdness there, but the air conditioner is working. It was working on the generator, so that's great news.
So the battery issue for right now, fixed. We'll see. When we're going to Yosemite, like we said, before summer's over, we'll see. So the next issue is, I'm still really mad about it. Jonathan went to the dentist. I'm going to try to make this a short story. Jonathan went to the dentist, came home, drove past the RV, didn't see anything. 2 hours later, Ryan and I came outside to walk the dogs. When we walked the dogs, we walked past our RV. Walked out, the side of our RV was tagged with graffiti. It was still damp, so it had just happened because it was still dripping when we first saw it. So Jonathan wasn't walking the dogs with us. We called Jonathan to come outside. He looked at it, was like, "Are you kidding me?" Lots of curse words, lots of that going on. Called Cypress Police Department. They sent an officer out very quickly. He was very professional, understanding, honest about what they could do if they caught the person, because literally in California they can't do anything as officers, even though they want to. They give the person a ticket, but it's California. But he was very nice about it, did let us know that the tag was not gang related. It was someone they have caught before, tagging other things with the same tag. So, you know, and they drove around and looked for him, but who knows.
Yeah.
Our neighbors do have a camera in front of their house, so we asked them to look at the footage. They didn't see anything, but that doesn't really mean anything. We were just hoping maybe they saw, because they can see the end of our RV, but they can't see the side that was tagged. It's the street side. From the height of the graffiti, we think it was somebody on a bike because it was a little higher up than if you were just walking past. Plus it was on the street side, so we would assume it was someone on a bike because then they could leave really quick. But that was, I can't even tell you, I literally, when I came out with the dogs, stood in one spot with my mouth open, and Ryan kept asking me, what? And I literally was just standing there frozen because I didn't even know how to process what I've seen. Yeah. Our nice white RV. Yeah,
literally got tagged while we were filming. What was it?
We were filming another video.
Yeah.
Where we do outside, our Friday video.
Yeah.
So it happened on Friday while we were filming our Friday video. Somebody came by within a 2-hour period and did it because we had been out here, didn't see it, and then it was done. And it was daylight.
Yeah.
Our RV is parked on a busy street.
Gutsy.
So
totally gutsy.
Props to Cypress PD. You're amazing. Officer Kelly, you were amazing. So thank you for being amazing, and it was great to meet you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then Jonathan takes the RV to work with him once a week for street sweeping. So he took it to work. Actually, it happened on Thursday.
Yeah, it happened on Thursday.
Thursday, because we were filming Friday's video. So it happened Thursday, we were filming Friday's video. Friday, Jonathan took it to work.
I drove the RV to work on Friday, and my team of amazing painters and folks at work, I've got some of the most talented people in the world that I work with. I brought one of the guys out and I said, hey, because they hadn't all seen me drive in, they saw the tagging on the spray paint on the side, and I said, hey, is there anything I can do?
And it wasn't like you could hide the graffiti on the side. It was...
Yeah, it was obvious.
Like, oh my God, what happened to your RV?
Yeah. Fortunately, he was quick and it was in a small area, but it was obvious that it was tagged. Big white canvas, and you know, you've got gray large letters on the side that are...
It was about, I would say it was 2 feet high and by 4 feet long.
Yeah.
And on the side of our white RV.
Yeah, so the guys told me, oh, this is what you got to get, this is what you got to do. So I went out really quick down the street, picked up what I needed to pick up, and what came right off.
Thank goodness
Yeah.
it came off as easily as it did, because luckily we haven't done the graphics yet. They're being printed as we speak, but luckily we hadn't done them yet, because that would have been even worse. We would have had to get new graphics, and luckily it came off easily.
Yeah.
But boy.
Yeah, that was pretty lucky. So they said that the fact that he tagged an area where the paint was still a little chalky and stuff like that, because it's, you know, obviously we haven't really done any kind of surface prep or anything on the exterior yet. It was gonna be a little bit easier because you wouldn't notice where I wiped. You know, if it was nice and glossy, then you'd notice kind of where I wiped it off. But because it's flat.
And there is a glossy part on this RV where the Cruise America graphics used to be.
Yeah.
Luckily he didn't tag that part.
Yeah, because it would have been a lot more obvious where I had to clean up. So yeah, kudos.
Or he or she, I mean, we're assuming
they, whatever it was.
According to the officers, they think they knew who it was, and it's a he, so.
Yeah. So fortunately, I've got some great people that were able to help me out, and we got it cleaned up pretty much less than 24 hours. It was all cleaned up, so.
But boy,
Yeah. Ooh.
that was a tough couple of days dealing with all of that. And yesterday we had all these big plans, which was Saturday. We had all these huge plans about what we were going to do, and Jonathan and I both hadn't got much sleep the night before. Sorry, my watch is going off. Hadn't got much sleep the night before, so we ended up sleeping and just chilling most of the day yesterday because we were just kind of over it. It was a long week. There was a lot that happened, and it was just on top of the RV thing and everything else. We just threw in the towel yesterday. And
well, one of the things we did do, and again, like we always mention, if you're not following us on Instagram, you should follow us on Instagram, is the dogs all had to go to the vet yesterday.
That was tough. We spent all day without them. It was so strange.
Literally, we dropped them off at like 9:15 in the morning, and then didn't pick them up until about
almost 5.
Almost 5 o'clock. So
they're fine. It was just their comprehensive exams, but it was weird to be without the dogs all day long.
So they got their shots and everything yesterday, so they were not happy about that. But once we got them home, they were very excited.
So if you're following us on Instagram, like you said, you will have seen a really cute picture of Scout hanging out the car window, super excited to leave the vet.
Yeah.
You will also have seen a picture on Instagram of the side of our RV with the graffiti. I did black out the graffiti on the image because the officer told me not to. That's why we're not going to share a picture of it here. I might share the blacked out picture here, but he said not to share it on any kind of social media because it gives these taggers props, and we don't want to do that. So we're not going to share the actual graffiti because we don't want them getting props for it, which is stupid, but okay. Anyway, so luckily it's gone. And then today we decided we both slept in, and then we decided, okay, let's get the stuff done we needed to get done in the RV. It's not as much video as I would have normally shared because there was a lot of swearing and bickering going on today between the two of us. We're not afraid to say that. Everyone has bad days. And so they're smaller snippets of what we did today, but enjoy the snippets. Today we're getting rid of the original table because we are no longer going to have this go into a bed. So we are keeping the pole, and we are going to get rid of all this, and we're going to put a permanent table in that is about the third of the weight of the other table. So that's what we're doing right now. Never ends. Projects never end. Anything to say, Jonathan?
Also looking forward to it not rattling around as we drive down the road.
Didn't even think about that, but that's a good one. What's your favorite thing about working in the RV, Jonathan?
Oh, all the space we have.
We are forever squeezing ourselves, and when I say we, it's more Jonathan than me, into small spaces to attach or detach things. It's all about being limber, right, Jonathan?
Or,
Or being sore later.
Ibuprofen later. After a little bit of back-breaking contortionist work, table's in, and for $8.99 it's not bad. It's about, I figure it's about half the weight, and look at that wood grain. Not bad, IKEA. Lynn thinks it's going to last long because she says, oh, we'll just have to remember not to put things down on it. I said, as I was putting my drill down on it.
I didn't say anything on it. I said, you can eat on it, obviously, and that kind of thing, but don't throw your tools and stuff on it, is what I said.
Right, yeah, and 2 seconds later I put my drill down right on the table. And I said, yeah, that's not going to hold up. So we actually, while we were working out here, we threw a little blanket on it. But, so we have to repaint down there because we sanded and the old area where the brackets were. So we're going to repaint down there. We're going to remove this warning sticker. But as you see, we used the existing pole. We remounted under there. And then I've got some really nice strong angle brackets into the side, which has some steel. And then onto the table. So
No longer a bed.
No longer a bed, but really nice. Now my only concern is, I know myself, those little sharp corners right there, those are going to get me every time.
But one of the nice things about this is also that right here, the width is about almost 2 inches more narrow than the other hill was. So for those of us that aren't genetically slim,
yeah,
we can fit better in here.
Yeah. When we first got the RV, Cruise America provides a little table in here, and it's a little folding table, but it's not really good quality folding table. It was kind of bowing and everything. So we got rid of that. We actually left it at the Cruise America dealer, and we've been storing our Blackstone in here, but as you can tell, it's kind of like a little curved storage space. So we have to build up this space before we put the Blackstone in. So we've just been storing some other stuff below and then putting the Blackstone on top. Lynn found at IKEA some shelves that kind of peg together or something like that, have little pegs or something. We're gonna try to put those in first, use those pegs for height adjustment, and then we're gonna use some angle brackets to finally lock it in. So we're gonna give that a shot right now and see how it works out.
Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me because the mic's headed the other way, but what we did here is modified a shelf from IKEA, which I will try to insert a picture of what it should look like here. But we modified it to fit right here. Doesn't move. There's 2 shelves. The top shelf has feet on it so that the Blackstone won't move. The rug fits on the bottom shelf, and then other tools for the Blackstone go here. But yeah, this is what we modified today. Hopefully you can see it.
All right, take 2, because apparently we weren't recording on the first round. So this is our new shelf that we just put in for the Blackstone, and we were able to add a little shelf in here. So when we put it in first, we had to add some brackets and stuff because it was actually really loose. But now that we've added these brackets, added some corner brackets here, or some angle brackets, an angle bracket here that I cut off to make it fit, and then there's some brackets on the back. But now it's nice and sturdy, and then we use one of the scrap pieces from where we cut to create a little shelf over here for the propane tank to sit on. So that works out pretty well. But this is nice. We have a couple little bins, my Blackstone tools, the little grease trap from the Blackstone, our camping mat is underneath, and then right up here we have the oils that I use to cook on the Blackstone, in a little tray, and then we had that little magnetic thing up there before. Right now that's just one of our paint roller holders. So, and then the other thing we did, we got this little friction clasp thing, whatever they're called, from 3M up there to hold our broom. And then next project, we have I think it's like an 8-inch piece of PVC, 8-inch by 24-inch piece of PVC that we're gonna put up there, that we're gonna slide our umbrella into, so that we can keep it there while we're on the road. So eventually I think we'll paint this. Lynn says she wants to paint it black, but not good for, well, once we return some of the pieces that we ended up not using, probably be about 18-20 bucks. So turned out not too shabby. One other project we worked on because of the recent tagging incident, we did add some additional security. We've always had cameras inside the RV to kind of protect the inside and stuff like that. but now we've gone ahead and we've added some cameras to the outside as well. So we're not going to share that because we don't want people knowing where our cameras are, because I think I did a pretty good job at hiding them in plain sight. But hiding them so that they catch the areas that we most want to keep protected, which is, you know, basically 360 degrees around the outside. So
yeah, so if anybody comes by to do anything else to the RV, because if you have been following us, you know that somebody messed with our our map outside one time, and now the side of it got tagged. And the thing you have to understand is we don't live in a bad area.
No.
But it's just punks, just being punks, and nothing, you know, better to do, I guess, with themselves. But now we do have full coverage on the whole RV, so if anyone messes with any part of the RV again, we're gonna see them. Yeah, and they're high quality cameras, so we're gonna see them and be able to give that information to the police. And Cypress PD, we did talk to them again yesterday. Officer Kelly, again, thank you, you're amazing. He just, you know, checked in, just saw that we got it off the RV. He was really impressed that we were able to get the paint off. He was really happy we got it off, so that, like we said, the person wouldn't get props because it's on the street. So he was very happy that we got it off the next day.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody messes with our RV, you know, again, or anything. If you watched Friday, I'm wearing a heart monitor. Probably not the best weekend to be wearing a heart monitor. My cardiologist is probably gonna be like, what the hell were you doing? Because it's been a hell of a few days.
Right.
But it is what it is. Jonathan's teeth haven't been bothering him.
No.
So we're good there. And yeah, it's just, you know, some weeks are better than others. But we're still smiling, we're still here, and thanks for being with us and joining this crazy journey.
Yep. Our battery's about to die, so we're gonna go ahead and finish this up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you have suggestions on what our inverter issue might be, let me know, because I am kind of out of ideas. I'm about to go and buy the programming dongle, the USB to, I think it's IP bus, to go ahead and jump into the programming to see if there's anything. I don't want to change too much programming because I know that they do a pretty good job of programming it from the factory, but yeah, if you have any ideas on that, let us know. But anyway, I think that's all we got.
Yep, so thanks for being here. Happy Monday, happy Motorhome Monday. Have a great week. We will see you on Friday. Stay safe, stay healthy, wear sunscreen.
And install cameras early.
See you later. Bye.